Congratulations. Form is temporary and class is permanent.
Yeah, I think, especially when, you've been putting in sort of like the hard work I have last couple of months, and yeah, just an unbelievable way to cap off the year. I think, my form has definitely been coming. I showed that in the UK last week, and just really pleased with myself that I could maintain that here this week, and just a dream end, really. I can't really remember being involved in too many finals like that where, I've really had to come from so far behind, and I was literally millimetres away from getting beat there with Chow sort of rattling the black. So, just an incredible feeling.
When you were struggling, did you ever doubt yourself? I mean, you're one of the game's greats, that's factual. So, did you ever question yourself?
What, sort of like struggling the past 18 months or something like that?
Yeah.
Not really, because I think I always knew deep down if I was able to, practice really hard. The unfortunate thing is that I kept it bottled up. That sort of Miller and Alexander being sort of like the first and second priority the last couple of years, and the fact that she's been able to sort of push through her mental illness issues with depression and anxiety, come through the other end. She's pushing on really well in her life, which has allowed me the freedom to go away and play in tournaments with mentally knowing that it's okay if I stay out there for a week and a half or 2 weeks and not have any worries, and that's been huge. And practice full time, I'm back doing that now, and I'm just so pleased that it's really paid off, because practicing so hard the last 2 months, and people seem to be playing like God against me, and then
be a big name, they will,
and then it seemed to be happening again today, and thankfully a little bit of nerves kicked in towards the end for Chow, and fortunately enough I was able to take advantage of that.
I'm not an expert, but I could see it. At 8-4, you forced the next frame. You went for 4-5 mega pots. I went, you just going for now. 8-5, you'd missed one.
That's right. Yep,
and
correct.
You went 4-5 shots. I was like, oh my word. And I turned around to Dave. We sat watching. I went 8-8, and Dave went. I said, I'm telling you now, he's coming back. Only because his body language had changed. He was colouring up. He was a little bit tight on the shot.
Yeah.
And you looked like a new lease of life. And maybe because he was still there after he'd given you everything.
Yeah, that's. I mean, as a former top player yourself, you can see that when perhaps other pundits don't. And then it's exactly what I was picking up on. His cue action was tightening up a little bit on certain shots, with a little bit of hesitancy. And that just gave me that just extra little something to hang on. And so from 8-4 to 8-6, I kind of like just went all out attack, just go for absolutely everything, try and put him on the back foot. And then once he was on the back foot from 8-6, I kept it a little bit tighter, not so much taking so many risks. I didn't need to. He was starting to make mistakes. Yeah. And from then on, it was just about sort of minding my work, not miss anything easy, and just try and do a real professional performance the last few frames.
It was classy, and one thing that really impressed me at the end was you were so classy in victory. You were so gracious towards him. Some people could have been giving it that, and you were very, very humble, and I sort of respected that a lot. Yeah,
I think especially his situation, because it's an awful feeling when you lose such a close final, and you feel like the only person in the world, and I just thought that there's definitely there was nothing to gain from that. I already sort of had it all inside me of the situation. I knew how he was feeling, and he would hate to have seen me really celebrate. And so it was, in that kind of respect, it was funny actually. I was listening to Arsene Wenger do an interview talking about how he likes when he was in Japan, how he liked the sumo wrestling, because he really liked the sportsmanship in sumo wrestling, because the winner never celebrates. And so he said that you can never tell who's won at the end, and I just thought that was really nice. And me moving forward is something I'd like to do, and I think you don't need to sort of celebrate in front of the opponent right after they've lost.
Class, mate. Been a great year, great way to finish. Enjoy Christmas. And
we'll do.
Next year.
Cheers, thanks, mate.